Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbins Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
Today we're going to be doing a review of Elmer T. Lee Single Barrel Bourbon. Excuse me, I'm a little choked up.
It's almost gone.
It's almost gone. I got another bottle in reserve, but it's getting really difficult to get in our area. It's a 90 proof single barrel bourbon. It's named after the master distiller that was at Buffalo Trace for many, many years, Elmer T. Lee. Sadly, he is no longer with us. He was born in 1919 in Franklin County, Kentucky. He passed away in 2013. He was in his 90s. He enjoyed his bourbon not at the full strength proof of your barrel proofs and all that. He actually enjoyed watering it down a little bit. He hand selected the Elmer T. Lee barrels when he was alive. He became the master distiller emeritus, however you pronounce it. When Harlan Wheatley took over, they kept Elmer T. on board, and he would help when he could around the distillery, even late into his 90s, and he would still hand select these. They do continue picking from the warehouses that he chose and the ones he liked even after his death, so the Elmer T. Lee still follows the flavor profiles of what he liked. It is a 90 proof. It is the same mash bill that they use for Blanton's. I believe Blanton's, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And it follows suit, really. It's a rye, pretty high rye bourbon. It's a decent bourbon. Obviously, the bottle's almost gone. So we're going to do a review of Elmer T. for you all out there. It is available. A lot of markets, some people can get it pretty easily. We used to be able to get it really easily. Now it's becoming a lottery bourbon. And our state, you have to put in for it. The running price is a little under $40. So it's not a really expensive bourbon, although it is getting really difficult to get. So with that, let's go ahead and give it a nose. It's got a nice dark color. Age on the Elmer T. Lee, I think it's 8 to 10. I think. It doesn't have an age. It is a no age statement on here, but if I remember reading about it, it was a 7, 8 year maybe.
Because you said it's of the Blanton's line, right? It's just what he
it follows the same mash bill and stuff. Blanton's always comes from warehouse. Yeah. I hope you all pay attention. But yeah, it's a different warehouse. Like some of the others, Blanton's always comes out of warehouse H. Always. It never changes. Elmer T., I do remember reading it comes from a few different warehouses. They just, whatever they get to match that profile, or whatever barrel tastes that profile, because it is a single barrel. The Elmer T. Lee behind me may have a little bit different flavor, which is one of the unique things about single barrel bourbons. No two are going to taste exactly alike unless it's from the same barrel, because the barrel makes a big difference.
I get that red apple.
Do you really?
Weird. You never usually get that with bourbon.
No, I'm not. Now that you've said it, I don't know if it's influenced my nose.
I get the cinnamon. Influential, so
I get cinnamon. I get the cinnamon. I get a little vanilla. The char, barrel char. This is a Buffalo Trace product. It is made out of Buffalo Trace Distillery out of Frankfort, Kentucky. They craft so many incredible whiskeys.
Yeah.
That's why they keep winning these awards. So any of y'all out there looking for bourbons, a lot of great ones come out of Buffalo Trace. Maker's Mark makes great stuff. All the distillers back there make good stuff.
I like the nose.
It's pretty strong. I'm getting a strong wood. I'm getting a pretty strong char wood.
I don't get that. I get like, oh yeah, I get it.
There, a little bit of flecks of
I
barrel.
don't know why I get that red. For some reason, I'm like red apple.
I think it's the alcohol.
Is that what it is?
Maybe. It's a nice dark color, which leads me to think it might be a little older.
Yeah.
It's, It does have a nice, it's got a pretty dark color.
Yeah, I get the vanillas and the cinnamon and a little bit of tobacco.
Clove.
Yeah, the clove. When you say clove, I think tobacco.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if my tobacco,
See, clove.
like in my head, is like a clove smell, maybe.
There's that vanilla note.
Yeah, I like the nose. It's got a good nose.
Legs are fairly slow. Let's try and get a good representation of the legs. Yeah, look at that. They're slow.
Yeah, they are slow.
So, the legs are that viscosity level, the characteristic of a slow running leg down the glass. And wine folks out there, they do the same thing. They check the legs and everything. It is going to be an indicator of the time that it will linger on your palate. Really fast legs running down tends to dissipate quickly.
Does that mean that is less oily?
Yes,
Right?
correct.
So the more oil, the slower the
The
legs.
slower the legs. Absolutely
So that's
correct.
why it lingers on the palate.
It lingers because it's oily, has more character. It just stays longer.
I think it has a really nice nose.
It does. Very, very bourbony.
Yeah.
Very.
But like I said, I
classic
usually don't
bourbon-y.
get, for some reason, I don't know if it's because we had a scotch earlier when we got red apple. I don't know if that's why I'm smelling that. Like it's in my head still. I just
Did we get that red apple from the Scotch or was it the Irish?
It was the scotch.
No, the yellow spot.
Was it the yellow?
Yeah, I went
Oh,
yellow, red apple, and you went, oh man.
That's right.
And then we
That's
compared
right.
it to the Johnny Walker Blue.
right.
Yeah, I could see some red apple skin, the peel.
Yes.
Red apple
yeah,
peel.
yeah. Not the sweet part.
Nope,
like
but when
the-
you peel
Yep.
that bitter,
Yep.
slightly bitter red apple peel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a good descriptor.
Yeah. I'm a highly trained professional.
I can
You
tell.
probably want me to stick around.
I can tell. Yep. Nice nose.
Cheers. buddy.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
That is terrible. No, I'm just kidding. It's good.
Oh, a lot of cinnamon.
A lot of cinnamon, and I get that red apple flavor. I don't know why.
Wood.
And wood.
I get
I'm gonna have
wood
to-
flavor.
How much wood?
Just enough. Char, I should say char, not wood.
I have leather.
Yeah.
That leather is very strong. I had to take another drink because just prior to this, I had a cookie. And I seriously thought of dipping a cookie into this, but I don't really feel like getting that hate mail on the comments down there. Like, how
hilarious.
dare you do that? It's such a fine bourbon. But
Man, cinnamon's overpowering.
it
in
is
this.
very cinnamony.
cinnamony. Roads.
I'm gonna try.
But I do
some
get
more.
like vanilla and leather for sure.
Yeah.
Char.
I am going to water this 90 proof with our little watering device. Oh, it's a rye. I'm not going to overwater it because
And you don't like.
I just thought of this. I'm like, I may have just changed the palate to a point where I may not enjoy it now.
It'd be kind of cool if you stopped enjoying it,
And
and then I could finish it for
yeah,
you.
and I'll be like, God, ruined it. Dad, burn it. I know better than to add water to high rye whiskeys. Didn't seem to do a lot for the nose. I think it brought the vanilla out a little bit more.
It must be a high rye because
Yeah.
They get pepper, cinnamon, leather, char.
That brought out the vanilla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that brought out the
Wow,
vanilla in
totally.
it a
Ooh,
lot.
I want a little bit of that.
Yep.
Give me that bad boy.
Yeah, that brought out the vanilla. I don't know about the flavor, what it's going to do for the flavor, but I do enjoy the nose. Because I really like that vanilla. The vanilla notes that you get, like on a lot of your weeders have
That's
a lot. That
great.
vanilla comes out.
Crazy how one drop of
Can
water
change
can
it.
change it.
Yeah, it's a 90 proof bourbon. I think most bourbons, I don't know if you all out there watching, if you agree or not, and if you don't, throw some comments as to why you don't agree with this statement. I think bourbons are best suited at a little higher proof,
Yes, agreed.
90 plus.
Yep.
I just think
It seems like that's the
character
right,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, 92. Like your Larceny's a 92 proof weeder.
Yeah.
Your Weller 107. That's a 107 proof. That's pretty hot. But I think
What's an
90s
80 proof bourbon though?
Jim
Like
Beam.
Jim Beam or
Yeah.
something. But
Yeah.
most, even like, what's the other? Elijah Craig. Oh, drawing a blank. Like Evan Williams and stuff. Those are all 90. Like the
Yeah.
the $15 bottles.
Yeah.
Seems like they're mostly
Elijah
90.
Craig is 94
80.
proof. Buffalo Trace is
86 or something.
45% ABV.
Oh, so that's 90.
Yeah. Michter's is another one. Yeah, so I mean they really are. This is 45.7, 91.4 proof. I just think bourbon as a whole in the 90s range, it has it has the most character, and it's
Right.
got that punch.
Yep.
That alcohol punch that just carries that strong spirit. Because bourbon is a very strong spirit to drink. When you compare it to Scotch and Irish and
It's American.
yeah, we do. It's strong.
Pack a
It's
punch.
strong. Yep, it does. That's why if you're new to whiskey, bourbon's going to be pretty strong. It's going to be
Yeah,
that
for
strong
sure.
gasoline on the palate, just light you on fire. Yeah, I like the vanilla. I really like the nose. I like the water added to the nose
The water,
greatly. Did it do
for the
anything for
taste, it
flavor?
was didn't really do a whole lot. It seemed to mellow it out just a little, but other than that,
Yeah.
I get the same flavors.
I did not. You know what I'm picking up? Black licorice.
Oh, why'd you have to say that?
I got licorice on the tongue, on the
Yeah.
palate with that.
I get licorice with the rice
I do too.
because I think that pepper.
I do too.
And then when you add it's when you add water, it gets worse.
It brings it out. It brings that.
If you
rye.
like that flavor, then
man,
which I do
you're gonna be a
not.
rye person. I don't either.
I like rye, but I don't like it. When I add the water, it seems to give it that black licorice flavor.
But you drink Rittenhouse rye on the ice,
I do like that.
and
But
that
it doesn't get
ice waters
licoricey,
it
though.
down. I wonder if it does, and you don't realize it, because you're.
Well, not really sipping it, I guess. I mean, I'm not, nosing it and stuff.
Yeah,
But I haven't had that in
yeah. We went
Couple
through a lot of
years.
Rittenhouse for a while. Such a great cocktail rye.
Maker.
Yeah, it really is. Yep, I think water brings out that black licorice characteristic
Mm-hmm.
in rye, that peppery rye flavor. And that might just be a characteristic of rye, is one of the subtle,
But it's not like a rye whiskey. It's just a rye heavy
it's
bourbon.
it's a rye heavy bourbon. I don't know what the mash bill is. You know it's a bourbon, so it's over 51% corn. I think along with Blanton's and Elmer Tea, they're probably 70-some% corn, and then a big portion of rye, and then your malted barley.
God, it's so weird. That water, I can taste the rye now.
Yeah,
Like actually taste like rye bread on the end.
yep,
Do you get it? Like it's
absolutely.
the pepper, the cinnamon, and all of a sudden it's like boom, big chunk of rye.
Yep. You can take a whiskey and put it in your hands and rub them together, and you're going to get the alcohol. There's alcohol, but I rubbed it a little longer because I really just wanted to.
Bathe in it.
Yeah, I wanted to get that rye. Yeah, it's pretty high rye mash bill.
I think so.
And there's the yeast, though. That bread yeast, though. And now my hands are so smooth,
soft, and.
But there's something you can do with like white whiskeys. White Dog, you can pour it in your hand. You rub it a little bit, and you'll get the alcohol. Then let it dissipate a little bit. Rub a little bit more. Then you're going to pick up some of the characteristics, like the grain profile. You'll get
corn
that bread or corn, and then you let it dissipate a little bit. Rub it some more, and then you're going to get the yeast strain. Not the particular yeast, but you'll get that bread smell. It's
so
pretty
if it's
fun.
a wheat, it smells like wheat bread. If it's a rye, it smells like rye bread. It's really...
It is pretty fun to do.
Yeah, it smells just like it, too. It's weird.
It is amazing.
It's amazing.
Nice bourbon.
It's good. I like it.
I don't know if I like it with water less. I think for me, because of I like the nose with water, but I like the taste neat without any water better because of that hint of licorice.
Brings out the wood too.
Yeah.
The char, I mean.
Yeah. That's why the color, I don't know. I think it's 8+ years.
I think so. I would say so. With the amount of char on there.
Sits and ages a little bit, or opens up. There's some more oak.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice bourbon.
I wouldn't add water.
I would not add water either. It's good to note, so we can, if we ever, well, we're going to polish this bottle off sometime. Don't add water to it. It doesn't do it any favors, other than the nose.
Yeah.
The taste is not improved by water, in our opinion, I think.
Yeah.
That's just us. If you get a bottle, add some water. And if you don't like it, I told
Next
you
time.
so.
Next time, don't add water.
We appreciate all the subscribers out there. We love the comments. Remember, like and subscribe. If you enjoy watching the show, we're working on t-shirts coming in the future, and maybe some graphics, some pretty cool stuff. We might even have some t-shirts with our faces on it.
That'd be a big seller.
I'm telling you, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be fun. So we're working on future subscriber counts, and maybe doing some shout outs to subscribers in the future, and maybe some cool gifts or something. Maybe a t-shirt out there for some subscribers. Hit certain marks or something. We're just trying to, we're at the new stages, so we're trying to figure some cool stuff out for you all out there as well that like and subscribe and follow the channel.
We
doing
do
some cool
appreciate
stuff
it.
for you guys. Yeah, because it's fun. We're having a blast. And we appreciate you guys. And as always, remember to enjoy your whiskey or bourbons
Any way you like.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.